watching the rhyme, reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking bad shits, subscribe, Megatron! Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Revoltech action figure review on the figure complex amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech Wolverine. If you're trying to pick this up, you can get it right now at Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below. I've really been loving these Revoltech Marvel figures, and I cannot wait to open up Wolverine right over here. Nice packaging. I really like the packaging on these guys. Really nice poses of the figure right here. We get some text that just ain't gonna happen. And then on the back, you get a bunch of speech bubbles right over here, and you can see the option parts. And then you can see Wolverine again, and then there's more Wolverine at the top, and then more Wolverine on the bottom. And let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's Wolverine out of the packaging, and I love this figure. I think Amazing Yamaguchi has been nailing it with these. Now, if you're new to these figures, you'll notice some weird gappage and things like that. That's always a thing, so you kind of have to know how to work those joints to really appreciate the figures. But I really like this piece a lot. It comes with a fair amount of accessories, so let's get a closer look at those, and then we'll get a closer look at Wolvie. Now, the figure comes with a little instruction sheet over here, so make sure you give this a read. And we get the Amazing Yamaguchi display stand, which I really like a lot. We get this translucent plastic, which is very cool. You get this piece that you can add right over here and plug this into the back of the figure, or you can put this clamp on, which works pretty well too, but I do prefer using the port that goes into the back of the figure. Sometimes these guys could just pop right off here, and that frustrates me a little bit. And then you can also tighten each of these screws if you'd like. So you get a joint up here, joint here, and a joint down there. Then here's the rest of the accessories that come with Wolverine. We get 7 interchangeable hands, 3 interchangeable heads, and then this slashing effect right here. And then we get some extra pegs for the Wolverine figure in case you break them. And then you get this extra peg right over here for the slashing effect, which I think is pretty cool. You have this pearlescent sheen to it, which I think is really awesome. I really like that a lot. And you could plug this onto the back of another figure, or you can go ahead and attach this and then plug it to the back of another figure, so you have some articulation going on right over there. I had this with Deadpool, so that was pretty fun using that. You get the wide open hands like that, and I love that they have this nice metallic blue color. I really like that metallic blue color a lot. And you can actually take this piece off over here and then switch it with the claws. And the claws, by the way, look incredible. So you can see how I just took that off of one of the fisted hands and just port that. It's got a little hole on the back of his hand right there that you can see, and then you just port it on like so. And that looks awesome. You want to make sure that you get this on the right side. There's no indicator anywhere, but it won't feel right. So just feel it out and it'll work out. But man, I love these claws. I love that silver. Looks so awesome. Now, usually I like a little bit smoother claws for Wolverine, but I don't know. It's kind of a more animated Wolverine figure, so I think this just really works well with it. I dig it a lot. So if you don't want the claws out and you want a fisted hand, you just go ahead and port that on right over there. Then you also get these gun-holding hands, which doesn't really, I don't know. I mean, I guess Wolverine's shot guns before, but you know, I'm not really going to use these. I did take one picture with him holding a Marvel Legend gun, and then he has his cigar holding hand, but he comes with no cigar. They took out the cigar. So I'm here in my garage, and I found a little piece of wood on the ground, so I had him hold this, and I took a picture with it, so it seemed to work okay. You know, this is kind of small, kind of tricky to get him to hold it, but wish he came with his cigar. So here's a close look at the first of the 3 head sculpts, and I really like this one a lot. Again, I love this metallic sheen that we're getting on the mask. Same color as the fists. The flesh tone looks really good, and it looks like we're getting, it's not pearlescent white on the eyes. I thought it was for a second, but I still think the eyes look great. I love how they added a little bit of black paint to the mouth right there. Then here's looking on the side, and then you get this little added piece right over here like on the other Revoltech figures. Switching those out though, you know, having this little piece right here anyway can be just a little bit irritating, but you know, just put it on there. And then we get that on the peg right over here, and then now we have a little bit more of an angrier Wolverine looking pretty awesome. I like that, even though it's my least favorite of the 3 head sculpts though. But I still like it, you know. I like how he's squinting and everything. Looks pretty sweet. Very animated facial expression. I dig that. And lastly, we have the Raging Face, and I like this one a lot too. I think this one actually might be my very favorite one. I really love how this came out. That just looks incredible to me. I guess a little detail is that you can't really see the fangs. You know, Wolverine tends to have some heavy fangs going on, but other than that, I really dig it a lot. Really nice looking face sculpt. I really like how the flesh tone came out again and everything. And look at the rest of the figure, man. I really dig it. Now, there's no real shadowing effect or anything going on with this guy, but we get tons of sculpted detail that I really like a lot. The musculature looks really good. Of course, everything looks super exaggerated. We get some nice veins right over here on the arms. The arms are all huge. I guess I could have added some, some hair or something. Very veiny Wolverine, very stocky Wolverine. He has some veins on his back. There's a port right there. Again, I love the metallic blue on this. Looks really nice. Belt looks pretty good. Liking that. And I like the arms. Get a little bit of gappage. I mean, there's gappage going on with this figure. The aesthetics of this guy is just a little off just because of the posability factor, You can see the ball joints clear as day on this guy. So if you're a person that doesn't really like posing so much, you're going to get frustrated with this figure even more so. There were some nicks right over here and then another one right over here before I even started posing it around. So that's not for me doing it. So beware. You have some seams going down the Wolverine butt and down the legs. This always looks a little bit strange to me, but I think they have it like that so that you can get the back of the boot tucked all the way inside for posing. So again, this thing isn't really meant to be vanilla posed. And I love how we have this much softer blue color, grayish blue right there on the boots. I think that looks really neat with the metallic blue right here. Really dig it a lot. I really do like how it looks. Now for articulation, again, it's tricky. You have to know how to work those Revoltech joints, man. Just for example, you get these two ball joints over here that you could churn and then you could rotate them around. So anyway, you can't get them looking up very far with that neck joint and head joint both moving, and then you can get them both moving downward. You can get side to side movement over here, and you can get some neck pivot going on. He does have rotation right here on the shoulder pads, so you can shift those around a bit. You can get the arms moving all the way up, and of course you could rotate 360 right here with that joint, and it might split on me, so I'm gonna avoid doing that. I can feel it starting to split, but you can do it, and then you also get the rotation right up here. He has these shoulder joints that are pretty neat. I don't know, they kind of make it look a little bit weird. They're huge on that Venom figure. And then you get rotation at the diaphragm, and he can crunch forward and crunch back. And if you want to move that joint around, you can get him pivoting, but you have to rotate the joint, move that forward, and then rotate over here for it to pivot side to side. Same deal with the waist joint. You could turn that, and then he'll crunch forward, and you can see I have this all turned around. So he can crunch forward that much. It's pretty sweet, and crunch back that far. He has hip joints that move outward right here, and by the way, the belt is loose, so you can move that as you'd like. But yeah, the hip joints move all the way outward, and he will kick forward that much and back that far, and you do get a swivel right here in the thigh. He also has the knees that bend all the way in, and then he has rotation at the calf, and you can wiggle the calf right over there. Then the ankles move down, they move up, you could rotate them side to side. He does have ankle pivot, and he has toe articulation. And I didn't mention the wrists, but yeah, they hinge up and down, and you could rotate over here. Plus, you could bend the elbows all the way in as well. So yeah, get a lot of arm articulation with these guys too. And you could rotate at the elbow, if I didn't mention that already. And to measure out this Revoltech Wolvie figure, you could see that he's standing just a little over 6 inches tall. Then here's Wolverine next to a couple of other amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech figures. We have Deadpool and Spider-Man, and I really like the height and the girth of this Wolverine figure compared to these two. It looks really short, or short enough, I think. He's significantly shorter, as he should be. And by the way, I will be reviewing the Revoltech Spider-Man 3 figure that Terry sent me, so stay tuned for that. Then here's the Revoltech Wolverine figure next to a recently released Wolverine. We have the Juggernaut Wave Wolverine, and yeah, you can see this Marvel Legend is just a little bit shorter than the Revoltech figure. Then here's the Revoltech Wolverine next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Yeah, so this guy is just a lot of fun. I mean, we get these amazing Yamaguchi figures. You're gonna spend a lot of time posing the figure around and getting a lot of shots in, and I've just been having a great time with this piece. I really do enjoy them a lot. A couple little complaints, and you gotta get used to posing it around, but still, I mean, they're really consistent, and I think they look great, and I really like them a lot, and I hope you guys liked this review a lot. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment down below, let me know what you think of the review, let me know what you think of the figure. If you have not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button for more Shartimus Prime videos coming your way. And if you've already subscribed, don't forget to hit the notification bell, as YouTube can get a little bit weird sometimes, and you know, my videos may not show up in your feed, so you gotta hit that notification bell. Gotta thank all these awesome people for taking the extra step to make this YouTube channel a thing, so I appreciate it, you guys. Also, if you want to see a photo gallery of images, it'll be over at marvelousnews.com. You can follow me on the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and today I just posted a new video on the Neek Italians vlog channel, so if you want to check out the family vlog, please check it out, link in the description below. Catch you guys later! Peace!
I'm gonna play with my toys today. 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 Well, I don't care what the strangers say. I'm gonna play with my toys today.
That's crispy.
Hey, new Shartimus Prime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face, a sip, shot, your face, a sip, shot.